Hi everyone, this is Disha. Welcome back. In our last video, we learned all about functions, how to define them, use parameters, return values. Today, we are going to apply that knowledge by solving some common function-based problems. So, our first task is to define a function that adds two numbers. So, simply start with the def keyword for defining a function. Then, function name, that is add num. Then pass parameters, then after colon, C that stores some of these two numbers A and B and return C, which is our output. C. C. I have defined this function add num and it takes two inputs A and B. Then it calculates the sum of these two numbers and store it in new variable C, and after it returns this when you call this function. Like when I call this function add num and giving inputs 1 comma 2, it returns 3, means A store 1, B store 2 and C will store sum of these two numbers A and B. Then it simply returns C after calculating sum. Then when you again call this function add num and pass another values, then it returns 17. Sum of 8 and 9 is 17. The values 1 and 2 that are assigned to A and B. And when you again call this function, giving as 8, comma 9 values to A and B, it returns 17. Next, we need to write a function that calculates area of a rectangle. So, we start with the keyword def for defining a function, then function name, calculate area, then parenthesis, then after parameters which we need to calculate area of a rectangle, then colon, we need length and breadth of a rectangle, then area, which is a new variable that stores area of a rectangle L into B, then return area. C. When you call this function, calculate area and give values to L and B, that is 7 comma 2, then it returns 14 after multiplying length and breadth. C. I have defined the function calculate area with two parameters, length and breadth, L and B. Now, there is a new variable area which stores the area of a rectangle, means L into B. Then it simply returns area after calculating it. Then when we call this function calculate area, passing values 7 and 2 which are assigned to this parameters L and B, then it returns the result, that is area. Now when you call this function again calculate area, giving another values like 9 comma 4, then C, it returns 36, which is correct. See how easy it is to reuse the functions. We use these functions multiple times. Now it is a time for your practice. This is a question. Write a function that calculates the perimeter of a rectangle, and which is very easy. So do it for your practice and we will meet in next one.